Ryan Reynolds just fired back at everyone who's ever called Wrexham Disney FC. And what he said might just change how you think about this entire project. Alright Wrexham fans, welcome back to the channel. If you're newer, smash that subscribe button, because we're covering the Red Dragons like nobody else. And trust me, you don't want to miss a thing. We've got 3 massive stories today. The Academy lads facing Premier League opposition, a key contract extension that's huge for our Championship survival, and then the big one, Ryan finally responding to the Disney FC jibes. Stick around for that last one, it's absolutely brilliant. Right, let's kick things off with the future of Wrexham, our under-18s. The young Reds are having an absolute belter of an FA Youth Cup run, and they've got a massive opportunity coming up. If they beat Southend United at Roots Hall on Thursday in the 4th round, they'll be rewarded with a trip to either Fleetwood Town or Aston Villa in round 5. And let's be honest, Premier League outfit Villa are favourites to progress. Think about that for a second. Our academy lads could be facing one of the biggest youth setups in the country. This is the same Wrexham under-18 side that hammered Port Vale 5-1 in round 3 last month, with goals from Sammy Chesworth, who bagged a brace, Jack Jones, Wes Graham and Kian Nola. That victory got us into the 4th round for the first time since 1983. 43 years. Let that sink in. The lads, managed by Craig Knight, are absolutely flying right now. They've just come off a ridiculous 9-2 demolition of Morecambe in the Football League Alliance Youth Alliance. 9 goals. Jones got a hat-trick, Edwards, Chesworth, Watkin, Bedford, Graham and McTweed all got on the score sheet. The talent coming through is unreal. And if they can navigate past Southend, a date with Villa could put our academy on the map in a big way. But that's not the only news coming out of the racecourse. Matty James has just signed a new contract extension, keeping him at Wrexham until the summer of 2027. Massive news. The 34-year-old midfielder arrived on a free transfer from Bristol City back in October 2024, initially on a short-term deal, then extended it in December. Now he's locked in for another year and a half, and Phil Parkinson couldn't be happier about it. James has been absolutely pivotal this season. He's played in every single league game since we've been in the Championship. Every single one. The Gaffer praised his leadership qualities both on and off the pitch, saying Matty's a leader whether he's wearing the armband or not. And he's been wearing it quite a bit, hasn't he? 3 goals in 61 appearances across all competitions. And more importantly, the experience and tactical intelligence he brings to a team adjusting to Championship football for the first time in decades. Remember, James won the Premier League with Leicester in 2016. He's played over 100 games in the Championship with Bristol City. This is exactly the kind of savvy we need to stay up and push on. Parkinson said it perfectly. He understands the game so well, and he's played most of his career at this level and above. When you're a newly promoted side trying to survive in one of the toughest leagues in Europe, you need veterans like James to guide the younger lads through the storm. He's become a fan favourite for his work rate, his professionalism, and that Derby County goal didn't hurt either. Deserved contract, and it shows the club's ambition. We're not just here to survive, we're here to build something sustainable. Now, those were big, but what I'm about to tell you next could completely reshape how people view Wrexham forever. This is massive. James McLean's emotional farewell to Wrexham over the weekend has reignited one of the most talked about topics around in this club, the Disney FC nickname. And Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have finally responded to it, and honestly, their response is absolutely perfect. Let me set the scene. McLean, 36 years old, sealed his move back to his hometown club Derry City on Saturday after mutually agreeing to terminate his Wrexham contract.
The man was a legend here. Over 108 appearances, 2 consecutive promotions from League 2 to League 1 to the Championship, and he captained us for the better part of last season. But his playing time had dwindled this year, and the pull of home was too strong. Fair play to him. In his goodbye message, McLean said something that caught everyone's attention. He thanked Reynolds and McElhenney, calling them 2 incredible people. And then he said this: "A huge thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of the magic that is Wrexham, or to people outside of Wrexham, Disney FC." Disney FC. That moniker has followed us ever since Reynolds and Mac completed their takeover back in February 2021. And let's be real, it's been used as a stick to beat us with. Opposition fans chant it, rival supporters on social media throw it around like it's an insult. The idea being that we're manufactured, that our success is fake, that we're some sort of Hollywood vanity project rather than a proper football club with 160 years of history. Here's what nobody talks about though. The nickname exists because of jealousy, pure and simple. We've gone from the National League to the Championship in 3 years. We've got a documentary on Disney Plus that's brought global attention to Wrexham, to the town, to the community. We've got owners who genuinely care, who invest in the club, who show up to matches, who engage with the fans. And yes, we've got the glitz and glamour that comes with Hollywood backing, but that doesn't make any of this less real. So how did Reynolds and Mac respond? They didn't shy away from it. They leaned right into it. In the latest series of Welcome to Wrexham, they titled an entire episode after the insult. They literally called it Disney FC. That's how you own a narrative. Reynolds kicks it off by saying, "Usually we start each episode with something funny or heartwarming, but this week I think we should address what people have been saying about this. You know, the Disney thing. We get it, there are similarities. We like parades, we like fams, we like costumed characters and merch. I could go on." Brilliant, isn't it? He's taken the piss out of the whole thing. He's not defensive, he's not angry, he's just acknowledging it with humour, which is exactly the right tone.
Then Mac comes in with his perspective, and this is where it gets good. He admits he wanted to hate Disneyland. He says, "I wanted with all of my heart to hate Disneyland. The commodification of nostalgia is gross, and I could not wait to hate all over it. And then I went for the first time, and I swear to all that is holy, I was transported like a child to the happiest place on earth. I've gone every year for my birthday ever since." What he's saying there is profound, actually. He's saying, yeah, Disney has commercial elements, but it also creates genuine joy. And isn't that what Wrexham's doing? We're a commercial success now, sure. We've got global merchandise sales, we've got a documentary series, we've got celebrity owners, but we're also creating genuine joy for an entire community. We're bringing pride back to a town that desperately needed it. We're giving people hope. We're winning football matches and climbing the leagues. And then Knack delivers the knockout punch. According to the reports, he went on an expletive-filled tirade aimed directly at Wrexham's critics. Now, I can't repeat exactly what he said here on YouTube, but the gist of it was, if you've got a problem with what we're doing, that's your issue, not ours. We're here for the fans, for the town, for the football. End of story. Here's what I think is going on. The Disney FC label bothers people because it forces them to confront something uncomfortable. Wrexham is doing it right. We've got ambition, we've got resources, we've got a plan, and most importantly, we've got owners who respect the football club and the community. Compare that to some of the absolute disasters happening at other clubs. Dodgy owners, financial mismanagement, fan alienation. We're the opposite of that. McLean mentioning it in his farewell wasn't a dig, it was acknowledgement. He knows what this club means to people outside the Wrexham bubble. And the fact that he still praised the owners, still called them incredible people, tells you everything you need to know. The club handled his exit with class. They made it easy for him to go home, to finish his career where it started. That's not Disney FC behaviour, that's proper football club behaviour. But here's what nobody's talking about yet. This narrative is only going to intensify as we push for the Premier League.
If we finish in the playoffs this season, if we go up to the Premier League in the next few years, the Disney FC jibes will get louder. And Reynolds and Mac are already showing us how they'll handle it, with humour, with honesty, and with results on the pitch. What would you do if you were in their shoes? Would you ignore it? Would you fight back? They've chosen the perfect middle ground. Acknowledge it, own it, and keep winning. That's how you silence critics, not with words, but with promotions. 3 in 3 years. That's not Disney magic. That's hard work, smart investment, and brilliant football.
So there you have it. The Academy lads chasing Premier League opposition in the FA Youth Cup, Matty James committing his future to the club until 2027, and Reynolds finally putting the Disney FC nonsense to bed with a perfect response. This club is writing its own story, and it's better than any script Hollywood could come up with. Wrexham's journey from the National League to the Championship, backed by 2 Hollywood legends who genuinely care, it's real, it's raw, and it's ours. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you buzzing about where we're headed, or are you worried about the pressure? Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Reds!